Imagine a ruler of the greatest empire on earth, confronted daily with war, rebellion, and the shadow of plague. Yet instead of seeking fame, wealth, or comfort, he turns inward, documenting his private struggles to live a life of virtue. This ruler, Marcus Aurelius, was no ordinary emperor. He was a philosopher. His reflections, now known as meditations, were never meant for the public. They were a mirror he held up to himself, a guide for living in a turbulent world. Marcus asks himself the same questions that haunt us today. How do I live well? How do I act rightly? How do I remain calm amid chaos? His answer, rooted in Stoicism, reveals that true freedom comes not from controlling the world around us, but from mastering our own minds. Born in 121 Common Era, Marcus Aurelius was educated in rhetoric and philosophy, preparing for a life of both leadership and reflection. He became emperor in 161 Common Era, ruling during times of war, rebellion, and epidemic. Amid these pressures, he wrote Meditations, a private journal in Greek, compiling notes and reflections to guide himself through life. These writings are deeply personal, often aphoristic, and reflect the emperor's attempt to live a Stoic life, grounded in reason, virtue, and acceptance of the natural order. Marcus drew philosophical insight from a range of thinkers: the Stoics, Epictetus, Chrysippus, and Aristo of Chios, the ethical guidance of Epicurus, and the poetic and ethical reflections of Homer and Plato. Political models of justice, from Brutus to Cato, also informed his vision of moral leadership. His meditations are unique because they are not a polished treatise, but a working tool for self-improvement, offering a rare window into the mind of a philosopher-emperor striving to live virtuously in real time. Marcus was painfully aware of his own imperfections, admitting that he had not lived as a philosopher since youth. Yet, he urges himself to focus on what matters, living in accordance with human nature, which is expressed through virtue. He writes, "Nowhere in wealth, reputation, or pleasure do you find living well. So where is it? In doing those things which human nature seeks." For Marcus, the key is cultivating justice, temperance, courage, and wisdom, the four cardinal virtues of Stoicism, and letting these guide every action and impulse. The challenge lies in practical application. Stoicism teaches that only virtue is truly good and vice truly bad. Everything else, wealth, health, reputation, is indifferent. Yet we are naturally drawn to these indifferent things. Marcus asks himself, how should I respond to pleasure and pain if they are neither good nor evil? The answer lies not in mere knowledge, but in habituation, training the mind to act virtuously moment by moment, guided by reason and the understanding of what is in accordance with nature. Stoicism distinguishes between what is truly good, what is truly bad, and all else, which is indifferent. But even among indifferents, some are preferred because they align with nature, such as health or strength, while others are dispreferred, like illness or weakness. Marcus wrestles with the tension between personal advantage and the common good. He realizes that choosing what is in accordance with nature is not always obvious. Sometimes health or wealth may not be obtainable, or circumstances may demand sacrifice for a higher purpose. He resolves this by appealing to reason. Human rationality allows us to discern appropriate actions, those justified by understanding and aligned with virtue. Yet he also recognizes the limits of our knowledge and the role of fate, encouraging flexible action without attachment, responding to each situation with what is virtuous rather than what is expedient or comfortable. Marcus extends Stoic ethics beyond the self, grounding it in the concept of the cosmopolis, the universe as a city. Every rational being is a fellow citizen, and moral action involves contributing to the welfare of the whole. Justice, for Marcus, is communal, helping others, acting fairly, and refusing to harm anyone, even those who wrong us. He likens individuals to limbs of a body, The welfare of the whole depends on the harmony of its parts. This vision of justice transforms mundane interactions. Even though wealth or health are indifferent, a Stoic still seeks to alleviate suffering and promote well-being, understanding that such efforts reflect the interconnectedness of humanity and fulfill our rational, communal nature. Virtue and social duty converge, creating a life that is ethical, not in theory, but in the daily, practical choices we make for others as well as ourselves. A key part of Marcus's Stoic practice is piety, an attitude of acceptance toward the universe. The world is providential, structured like a city, with each part serving the whole. When misfortune strikes, the Stoic does not grumble but welcomes it, recognizing it as part of the natural order. Marcus reminds himself, every impression, every event is neutral until judged. Our task is to guide our impulses, align our desires with what is within our control, and act for the good of the cosmos. Marcus contrasts providence with atoms, the random collisions of Epicurean thought, to highlight the moral stakes of his attitude. Belief in a providential universe demands acceptance. To resent events is to align implicitly with impiety and chaos. His repeated instruction to erase impressions is not literal but practical. It is a call to withhold assent from false or distorted judgments, so the mind can remain serene, rational, and aligned with virtue. To live in accordance with virtue, Marcus emphasizes several interlinked practices, focusing on what is within our control, practicing detachment from desires and fears, embracing social duty, and cultivating rational discernment in every action. He trains himself to respond to events as a rational, communal being, rather than as a subject to external circumstances. By internalizing these habits, the Stoic mind becomes resilient, compassionate, and serene, regardless of fortune or misfortune. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, plague, and betrayal, yet through disciplined reflection and Stoic practice, he pursued a life of virtue. He teaches us that happiness is not found in wealth, reputation, or comfort, but in cultivating justice, courage, temperance, and wisdom. To live well is to act rightly, to contribute to the welfare of the whole, and to align our desires with the natural order of the universe. As you reflect on your own life, consider Marcus' questions. How do you act when circumstances resist your will? How do you cultivate virtue amidst distraction, desire, or disappointment? His meditations challenge us to take responsibility for our minds, to respond to life with reason and compassion, and to recognize the profound interconnectedness of all human beings. If you feel stirred by Marcus's vision of life, leave a comment. Which of his insights resonates most with you, and how might you begin practicing it today?